We had a very good 2019. I agree with you, Chair Garvey. The hard work of each of you, our talented and committed staff, our advisory commissions, and our thoughtful and engaged community made it a great year. Specifically, two of the five priorities that led me to run for the board, economic growth that benefits our community as a whole and 100% renewable electricity by 2035, we made significant progress on last year. That leads me to optimism for 2020. On our economy, we ended 2019 with an office vacancy rate of under 15%. That is a testament to Arlington economic development and each of you, as well as our community. That's down from significantly more than 16% last year. This year, we must continue our commitment to inclusive economic growth with a greater focus on small businesses, and I know that's a priority. On our goal of achieving 100% renewable electricity by 2035, the Community Energy Plan included short-term targets and ambitious long-term goals. I will continue to focus on increasing energy efficiency and on the steps we need to get to 100% by 2035, and I look forward to working on the CEP implementation framework over the coming months. We've set broad policy in those two areas in the right direction, I feel. Three priorities that led me to seek this office need, I believe, some attention, and I'm looking forward to working on them. Ending child hunger in Arlington by 2022. Housing affordability, we need both commitment and creativity on that issue. And building the schools we need to educate every child well. That will be my focus. I'll start with child hunger since it will be a mostly new body of work. Thank you, Chair Garvey, in particular for supporting this work. I really appreciate it. Your insights and partnership already have been helpful, and I'm looking forward to the work. We know that child hunger exists in Arlington. APS served 31% of its students through the free and reduced school meals programs in 2018. The Arlington Food Assistance Center estimates that it served more than 4,800 children in 2019. And if you talk to DHS and APS staff, both confirm that they hear from and worry about children going hungry or receiving inadequate nutrition when they are not in school, weekends, winter breaks, during the summer when summer school is not in session. However, as you've said, Chair Garvey, and also Mr. Dorsey in a conversation last year, we need additional data to better identify the gaps where students are not being served and to make sure that children are receiving that nutritious food. Feeding America, the nation's network of food banks, calls this a missing meals analysis. It's a quantitative study to learn when and where our children go hungry. Collaboration and coordination between the county and APS will be critical. Thanks to you, Mr. Manager, Deputy County Manager Michelle Cowan, and Director of Human Services Anita Friedman, as well as each of my school board colleagues, we are primed to obtain a better quantitative understanding of where children are going hungry and a qualitative analysis of how we make sure children in Arlington receive nutritious food over the coming months. I look forward to this work as one way I see to advance equity over the coming year. Second, housing affordability. We made significant progress on affordability last year via additional resources, the Crystal House parcel, and well above $24 million in Affordable Housing Investment Fund contributions from the community benefits associated with site plans. We also made targeted changes to our zoning ordinance, removal of the caps on bonus density in the corridors, and changes to senior housing to help us serve our seniors. Our progress, however, comes in a housing market that is making renting and home ownership in Arlington more and more expensive. This year offers a new opportunity to rise to the challenge, and we will need to step up with commitment and creativity that meet the moment. The commitment we made in our guidance to the manager on the fiscal year 2021 budget to the data we need on those living below 30% of area median income in Arlington. More than 26,000 people living in households with an income of less than $36,000. That data will be key. So will, in my view, providing the $9 million in additional AHIF funding, or as close to it as possible. I'm not unmindful that there's a little controversy regarding that significant of an investment. But I feel it's important, and I know we'll have other needs in the budget. I believe AHIF funding best addresses the 4 questions that you mentioned with respect to equity, Chair Garvey. We will also need to be creative. On the rental side, this means partnering with nonprofit partners such as the Arlington Community Foundation and looking for truly innovative solutions with partners in the field, such as the Alliance for Housing Solutions and others. With respect to homeownership, the missing middle housing type study is set to be completed this summer. Thanks to you, Mr. Manager, and to staff for this work as part of Housing Arlington. I really couldn't be that much more excited about a policy area, frankly. I look forward to the results and to engaging with our community. This is not a foregone conclusion. This is a chance to engage. We have to make homeownership more possible for more Arlingtonians, and that will not be easy. Third, building the schools we need to educate every child well. We made progress on meeting our schools' needs in the budget last year, and as you said, Vice Chair Gutschall, in planning for their future as well. Thank you for your leadership on the JFAC. I have not yet purchased that cape that I've been promising to get you that says JFAC on it, but truly you have been an excellent leader on this, and it has moved us forward as a community. I look forward to being a liaison on that, on JFAC again this year. Thank you as well, Mr. Manager, for sharing with the school board the list of sites that can help address our need for additional capacity for APS students. I think we all know that that represents a step forward in collaboration from years past. The next steps to address our school capacity challenges will come through further collaboration with the school board colleagues and also through the capital improvement plan. I'm mindful that we will have many competing priorities, but I believe it is consistent with our work last year and Arlington's long-standing and deeply felt commitment to education to prioritize high school capacity in the short term and middle and elementary school seats in the longer term in the CIP. Other issues came up last year, and they will undoubtedly again this year. I am grateful and bold enough to mention the behavioral health docket last year, which was a big priority for me, and I will continue to be engaged on issues related to equity for our most vulnerable residents. I also believe good governance requires additional investment in our stormwater system to respond to high-intensity weather events like the July 8th storm. We cannot prevent all flooding, but we should respond and become more resilient. I'm confident we will do so, and I will make this a priority. As I close, I just want to thank you, Ms. Crystal, Mr. Dorsey, and Madam Chair for your work on transportation issues. I don't spend every day thinking about them. I do believe we are headed in the right direction in terms of investment and accountability, and it is truly due to your extraordinary work. Thanks for your time. Thank you for everyone's continued commitment to serving Arlington, and Happy New Year.